There has to be at least one when it gets cold out. Hey guys, welcome to Act 5 of Percival, the Scaleless Wonders quest. We do a quick identify of the gear from Diablo and we get literally nothing for our troubles. And then we go off to thwart the forces of things that are not so nice and kind. First quest though, is disrupting the siege of Harrogath by cutting the head off of it. Here we deploy my tried and true method that we will be employing multiple times during this act, hugging the wall and running around everything. I think everyone will agree if I state the controversial opinion that the first 3/4 of Act 5 is a step down in difficulty. I think developers wanted to give us a little bit of break after deleting Diablo. I mean, I certainly could have used a break after dying to Diablo about 23 times. But still, our damage is lagging behind a little due to not having any skills. Before long, we find Shenk the Overseer. This guy is only hard because he has the highest density of ball washers known to man. Even as a skillless Normie. Oh, did I mention this during the video? We can't use any skills that aren't native to equipment. Anyway, even as a skillless Normie, the Overseer doesn't stand a chance. Right after Shenk is Eldritch the Rectifier. I only put him in this video because, much like the Countess, we are buddy-buddy when it comes to farming EXP. Seriously, he always spawns in the same place, easy to kill, and gives great EXP, especially in /Players 8. It's a match made in hell. I try to do all the quests in every act, despite them being dumb and often not being worth the effort. I mean, seriously, why don't quests give EXP? Anyways, here I am saving some barbs from what is most likely their own stupidity. And here's another group. Wow, I remembered I have Leap. That could have been helpful fighting Diablo. Last but certainly least, now I can get an Act 5 mercenary, if anybody would ever want to do that. Down in the Crystalline Passage, we do a lot more running around. Here, we encounter our first truly dangerous enemy, the Moonlords. Not only do they hit hard, they also have the monster form of Frenzy, which increases their attack speed per hit. Man, I wish the Barbarian had a skill like that. Too bad it's too much for me to know. You would think that the Frozen River is one of those side areas that no one ever goes down, but you'd be wrong. There's a very valuable quest reward down here. Anya tells us she was kidnapped. We go to Mala, she gives us a thawing potion. We go back to Anya to unthaw her. And she ungratefully leaves us in the Frozen River. But that's okay, we got more resistances for it. It was at this point where I was going to put into my script that we were going to go beat the dust off of an old man. But going through the footage here, I guess I decided not to do that. I can't keep a promise even in the same run I promised it in. Nothing really happens in the Glacial Trail, and I'm sick of not seeing the sunlight. Oh shit, it's nighttime. Nothing happened in the Frozen Tundra either. This place has there are no quests, fun things, or cool monsters here, so let's run through it first. It was at this point where I decided to gamble some hammers. The lack of damage was really starting to drag on me, and I knew the only way to combat this was with Big Hammer. And I got what I was looking for with Big Hammer. Instantly, the damage is much better. John Henry is back, baby. Yeah, okay, never mind. Back to swords. With a little bit of grinding and a couple of okay gear upgrades, even the swords are doing much better against these monsters. Maybe I was ready for the Ancients. However, at this point I was really feeling the lack of skills. Look at how my life fluctuates like a manic depressive soccer mom. My strats were to hit stuff and run away to heal up. This would not change throughout the rest of this run. Now it's time for the Ancients. If I couldn't beat them, I knew I wasn't good enough for Bale. We start by splitting them up. Here I got Madog and Talik by themselves in the back. Despite the whirlwinds, another skill I wish the Barbarians had, and the double throws, third skill I wish the Barbarians had, they couldn't do enough damage to me to even threaten me. Madog and Talik go down easy. Korlik is the last one alive, but even he doesn't stand a chance. A little bit of a mixed bag this Act 5 is. The Worldstone Keep can be hard depending on what monsters spawn. For level 1, we didn't get too bad, we mostly got Vile Witches and Undead. At level 2, we got mostly demons and explosions, a little bit more difficulty, at least I had to be a little more careful. Level 3 was the hardest. We got those little speedball demons and Death Lords. These are the souped up Moon Lords, and hit even harder. Inside the keep, we do Bale's Gauntlet. The first fight is Colenso the Shaman. He did not stand up to us at all. It was like fighting a sheet of wet paper in a fish barrel or something. Next up was Akmel the Mummy. He was definitely harder for me. Lots of minions, no AoE for me, and plenty of poison. I definitely had to back off a few times for heals and even go back to town a few times to take him down. This does not bode well. Next up was Bartok the Bloody. The only thing to worry about with this phase is the Hydras. But despite being lightning enchanted, I wasn't too worried about him. Ventar the Unholy is next on our list. Flashbacks to Act 4 seals flash in my mind as within 2 seconds the Venom Lords spawn and were on me. Despite my fire resist being almost nothing, they still didn't do much damage to me. I felt comfortable enough standing there and tanking them. Now is the real challenge. Lester. Not only having the dumbest name of all of Bale's minions, he was also the hardest. We were doing fairly good damage to them, but that knockback is rough when all you can do is swing 2 swords. But by keeping the monster split up, we can easily bring them down. But I guess that wasn't our strategy here. I guess I got tired of the challenge and deployed the coward's way out. No, I'm not talking about the escape knot. I led Lister and his group around the keep. You see, if you do this and you get the main body of minions out of the throne room, Bale thinks they're all dead. A demon's object permanence is always suspect. This allows the next wave to spawn, but in this case, it's Bale's retreating to the Worldstone Chamber for our final battle. Our final battle was just a slog. Definitely a seas versus the shore thing. Our damage was bad, but our survival was much better. This was just a long time of me hitting him till I ran out of potions. I wish there was more to say about this. While we fight on, would you guys mind liking and subscribing? It means a lot to me, being a small YouTuber. Anyways, if you were looking for an exciting battle, this was not it. But if you're looking for a titanic struggle against one man who has only his strength and guts against the ultimate evil of this world, this was definitely not it either. I'm just going to show you more of this footage. I timed this fight. It took a little less than 15 minutes to complete. Spoilers. I don't even know what my hit chance was either. You can see multiple misses just in this shot alone. Whoops, I stopped paying attention.
What did I die from?
And after what has to be the longest Bale fight I have ever been in, Percival, a normal guy, owner of a house with a white picket fence, 2.5 children, and 1.5 pets, drops Bale. Here are my stats.
30 barbarian.
Here's my gear. These King's Graces definitely pulled their weights. Looking through my gear, I realized that there were so many places that I could have improved it. I'm looking at you, Amulet of Magic Find Only, and you, Gauntlets of Magic Find Only. Honestly, I'm surprised that I didn't find better gear with all that Magic Find on. It feels crazy that I got this far with garbage gear and no skills. In the end, this was not a fun challenge to play. This challenge amounted to just slowing down the game, and it doesn't play to Diablo's strengths. Don't do this, unless you want to say that you did. Thanks for watching.